don't believe you, John. So early in the morning, you already pick on me. Yeah, I read the chat, so I saw your comment. I just got a headache, and that made it even worse. So I wanna read that and start laughing. Son of a gun, John, you're something else. Oh my God. Well, but I thank you for being here with me, hanging out, and for bringing Sharon uh, here too. Oh yeah, yeah. So good morning, good morning, good morning. One the two of you is back and forth. How are you doing, Sharon? I'm okay. Just spent the night with Jackson last night. We're going back home today. Nice. Good, 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 good. That's cool. Not like John says, that's cool. Yes. How are you doing, John? Well, he says he's doing good. Uh, hey, John, have you heard from Jimmy lately? I saw a post he put out yesterday from Kenny, but that is all. Kenny had his surgery yet. Yes, all went well. That's when I came in. Look who decided to come into his live stream. oh, oh my. Oh, having a fan at you all night does a difference. Also, being pushing myself to stay in bed, so I've been putting a little stress in my head. So that's why I'm waking up ahead. But it should be. Hopefully, I already have my first cup. Now I got to deal with John here, and hopefully the headache will go away. So, uh, get pure out of the stars alive. Son of a gun. I'm see. I got up at around 6:15. Well, I got up around 3, but I forced myself to the same bed, and I conquered that. So I did that yesterday. Did it today again. So hopefully, I'm finally sleeping some extra few hours extra that I don't need to be walking around being like a schmuck. So the thing is that I was able to same bed around 6:15. I finally got up. Um, oh, and Sharon, look us here, Sharon.
Joey
Good morning.
and his puppet
Good
master
morning, sir.
and his
Let me
said,
let me let Sharon know that you're here, and that will should make her happy. She was just asking about you.
Okay.
you look at all the death, destruction,
I gotta find the
bloodshed,
mute button on here. I'm listening
Yeah,
to
is that in public,
the local news out of
Biden kept
Boston.
saying over and
yeah.
over, Ukraine's got to go.
All right.
Good morning. Good morning, Eddie. How you feeling, buddy?
I'm doing okay. I do have a headache right now. John just made it worse by making a few comments here in the chat about me not finding how to do the live. So he's always picking on me. So oh, my head is a little weird on the left side of the brain. I did had a fan in my head all night, so that sometimes that gives me light headaches. But I just had some coffee, black. First time I have black in a while, and it should be once we start munching around and talking and moving and stuff, some of this pain should go away. So we'll see what happens. How you doing, sir?
Every day I get a little stronger. I'm home now. I don't know if everybody knows that. Um, I got home Monday evening. Monday was a long day. I mean, I know you know about getting discharged. It seems like it takes forever. The doctor's got to
Yeah.
sign papers and they got to do this and do that. So it wasn't until about 6:30 at night that I was able to come home. It was wonderful to actually go outside. I had
Yeah,
been,
smell the air. It's like wow, finally.
yeah, it was cold,
Yeah, yeah.
missing all my hair, but it really just to smell the air and to feel it was just. It's funny how things like that put you in perspective.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes you take that for granted, but
Hmm.
I just wanted to say hi to Scott and to Billy from Bamanola. Of course, Sharon, John Gaylor. I miss all you guys. But like I said, I'm slowly getting my strength back. What's today? Thursday. Um, I'm still not done getting treatment.
Yeah,
I,
yeah,
I have to go today to the local Dana Farber, it's nice having one about 5 miles away.
good.
And they're going to do my labs, and then tomorrow I go in for a blood transfusion because they're trying to get my body back up to where it used to be, minus the cancer.
Right.
Um, Monday I go back to Boston for a bone marrow biopsy and some more labs and a bunch of tests. Wednesday I go back to see my surgeon and have a bunch of tests done, chest x-rays, pulmonary function tests, things like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I'll be going back in the hospital in probably a month's time. They're going to give me another round of chemo, and then I'll have the transplant. And then I'll be in the hospital for at least the same amount of time that I was there this last round. So we got phase one out of the way, and we're working
Yeah.
towards getting phase two done. So that's where I'm at.
Nice, 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 nice. I go back.
John,
I'm going back Monday morning at 9 a.m. This time Alice is gonna go with me since it's in the same hospital where she works at. So it's different building, but she's gonna meet me there. Do the appointment with me, and then I guess I'll drop her off at the other building where she's at, and then I'll be coming home. Later that afternoon, I'm gonna go to the American Red Cross in Fayetteville and donate plasma. And then once I get out of there, come down and pick her up
now
and
that
come home.
plasma is for you. You need
No,
it?
I'm doing a donation for American Red Cross.
Oh, gotcha. All right.
Mhm. Yeah,
Awesome. Good deal.
yeah. I did about 2 weeks ago. We had a here in the town donations of blood, and since I am O negative, which is I believe one of the most common types, I was able to donate quick.
That's awesome.
Yeah, went in within 10 minutes. I was out of there. So, but this time it should take a little longer. My first time doing plasma, so it's gonna take a while. I keep getting calls and stuff saying that I'm able to donate again, and I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm not too thrilled about doing plasma. I've never done it. I heard it takes a while longer.
It
It
does. Yep.
Yeah, it might be a little bit more painful or something, but so you know what? Um, I'm still kicking. I'm still here. The Lord's keeping me up and moving around. So let's help somebody else. If by me donating plasma, at least I could help somebody else. Let's do it. I wanna pay it forward. And I know
That's,
my
that's
what
awesome.
happened now is not as bad as yours, but I could work on it. And as long as I keep myself in line, I'd be able to stay around for a while. So we'll see before anything goes bad.
I'm very happy. I gotta just say good morning, everybody. Even though I haven't been doing Cup of Joe live, this is the best sip of the day.
Amen to that. I'm laughing about it too early when I hit the chat and I saw that John says, "Look who decided to finally like pop in." See, the thing is, I got them spoiled by keeping your spot, me coming in and keeping them doing their thing. Especially John that likes to pick on you.
Yep.
So now that I'm cutting down because I know you will be back in a few, and I'm kind of coming back to my right time around 7. I think it's getting old, man.
Well, it's okay. I gave you permission to take my slot. There's some others that are doing 6 a.m. Live streams now,
Yeah.
and that's fine. But just know you're probably going to see me pop up and
Yep.
start doing my regular show again. The
Yeah, that's
stronger I get.
that's what I keep
Today,
telling everybody. By the end of April, May, you're back. You'll be back. So I just want
um,
everybody to be warm and ready for it.
yep.
I'm letting them know.
I get stronger every day. Of course, PMA helps me through my day. Um, you mentioned God's helping you move around, and
Yes.
I was never really a very spiritual or religious guy. It's funny that, the saying, there's no atheists in the foxhole, right? Um, every soldier talks to God, and I started to pray, not to make this a religious thing, but you
Yeah.
mentioned something, and I just wanted to share this. So I started to talk to God or talk to somebody at night, mostly in the hospital. You have a lot of alone time, and you
Oh
don't
yeah.
sleep, you don't sleep very well.
Yeah.
But I had a dream. I think it was a dream. I didn't see anything, but a voice told me that um, even though I've been giving to people my whole life, that I'm not done yet. So when I get better, I have to continue to give it back.
Yes.
Just like you said about donating the blood and that.
Hmm.
So I can't give up on I guess, what God has determined for me, which is to continue to help people. So that's what I'm going to do when I get better. So
That's right. Yeah. And people will reciprocate that back to you. It just the passing of the Pope the other day kind of made me think about things. It's like, wait a minute, what's going on? And just kicking around, and I'm still, for some reason, I'm still here. So hey, why not? Why fall behind? And Alice sat down with me and talked to me about a few things, and says things were bad, you will not be here. So move on. It's like snap out of it, and let's get going.
right.
Jenny, good morning, my dear. Thank you for coming in. Danny's also here. Scott from Controversy Cruising also finally made it here too. Also, Scott McNeil, Billy, Luco's here with me, Mr.
Morning,
Jimmy.
guys. Good morning. Good to see you all. Eddie's been gracious enough to send me the link, and some mornings I just don't feel it, but today I feel pretty good. The
Yes.
pain in my extremities is slowly starting to subside, which is good. Good Lord.
Yeah.
The pain in my left leg, it really makes it hard for me to move around. But they want me to move around, so
Yes.
I kind of keep going, and I kind of know what you're going through with your legs and all that. It's painful, man. It's and debilitating. I'm I'm a very go kind of guy and get things done. And I'll tell you, you go through 7 days of chemo, and it just really kicks your ass for a while.
Oh
So
yeah. All the energy is gone. And it takes a while to bring it all back in, and it makes it even harder at the beginning. But as you push, I know it's painful and all that, but eventually, things will get better. I do try to do my best with this freaking walker that I have here to put it away from me as much as possible. This way, sometimes I force myself to work to it even longer,
yeah,
and go outside, sit outside, get some vitamins, vitamin D, or however things are going, just to somehow move around, and I make myself instead of sitting around waiting for Alice to come home and help me out with something, I try to do my best. If I drop something on the floor, now I have this little things, cranes that you grab stuff. I got that stuff all over the house. I went crazy on team and bought like 10 or 12 of them, but I have them everywhere. I drop something, I'm able to grab one of those things, pick up, keep moving. If we, instead of leaving something for later or tomorrow, if I could do it today, let's do it today. Getting my head, moving the muscles instead of sitting around and just being a schmuck.
yeah,
Now I found out about this thing now, and now I got to be careful what I eat. Now I need to move around even more, especially walking. It helps the kidneys a lot. The water and all that. Some of my pills, they cut me down at the doctor. Now, what's gonna happen Monday again? I have no idea. These people are cardiologists. They deal with hearts. They don't deal with kidney. So they're not giving me a full answer of what's going on. Alice has to get into the in my chart, find everything that it was happening, the treatments and all that, and whatever happened on the last appointment that I had. And since she has nurses and doctors right there, what she's able to find out everything that whatever those medical words mean. What is the deal with it? And so she was able to find out about the whole thing, and came home, sat down with me, and says, "Well, this is what's going on." So I have a better understanding of what it is. Yeah, I'm not as bad as I thought I was. I could do better. I'm stuck with it now. It's not going. It's not going anywhere. So I got to do the best I can with it. So she even got me some stuff printout. Has got me a book of stuff. I've been doing my own research online. Now, when I go back on Monday, we'll be more prepared. So for what's going to happen, and hopefully, the following couple weeks, I'll be able to get myself an appointment with a renal doctor and see what's really happening with all the stuff and the right way to go. We'll see.
Love it. When you told me, forget which day it was, maybe yesterday or the day before, about the whole kidney thing. It sucks. It's especially you got the double whammy with the cardiac stuff too. But I think you have the right attitude. You have to look at it in a more positive way, because
Yeah.
you guys know me. I'm all about positivity. But I, I I see this as a sign. It's God telling you that you need to change your diet, and that you need to lose weight, because that'll
Yeah.
take the pressure off your heart. It'll take the pressure off your legs, brother. You
Yeah.
may be able to walk better once you lose, a certain amount of weight. I None of my clothes fit after the chemo. I've lost um, close to 30 pounds since I've been in the hospital. It's funny because we've Colleen, God bless her. I mean, she saved some of my skinny jeans. I say skinny jeans, not like the kids wear, but I was wearing 40s, waistline, and I fit in the 36s now, like I used to be back in the day.
Yeah.
All my pajamas fall off, and it's kind of funny, but I look at it very positive, that this is God's way of telling me to get your shit together, and um, start feeling better. And that's me and you, brother.
Hmm.
Two of us.
Yeah.
We just need to do what they tell us to do. They keep telling me to move it, even in the hospital. I didn't feel like getting out of bed, and they're like, "Did you get up and walk today?" And I'm like, "No." And they're like, "All right, get up. You're gonna walk the hallway." And every
Yeah.
day I had to get up and walk. Eating, I didn't want to eat. Who the hell wants to eat? You feel like crap. But the doctors are like, "Look, you have to eat." Okay. So the food had no taste, or it tasted crappy. I would just force feed myself. It's important to do the things that we have always done, within the limits. Um, One of the things that I've done since I got home, while I was in the hospital, I ordered a new desk for my studio. I had this abortion of a desk that I built, and it was falling apart, and it wasn't big enough, and it just wasn't conducive for doing a show. And I want to expand and um, have a podcast, where I can have guests in, and it wasn't big enough. So I ordered the desk anyway. But of course, everything comes in a box, and you got to put it together.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Tuesday, Colleen and I went up into the studio. She helped me carry all the parts up, and then we put it together. But I got to the point where I just got about halfway done, and I couldn't do anymore. Okay. So I put it down, and I relaxed. Yesterday, we finished it, and I started, every day I feel a little stronger. So I was able to do a little bit more. But I got to the point where I just found myself having to sit down like more. And I knew, well, okay, you're done. As anxious as I am to start getting back to my live streams and getting my studio put back together, you got to listen to your body. So my body said, "You're done, buddy. You need to go sit back in your chair where I am now. I'm in my living room. There's and so I may look like I'm in the hospital, but I'm not. I'm home, and it's great. So just keep plugging along, man. Go for walks. Do what they tell you to do. So
Yeah. Move. Just move them muscles. No matter what
exactly,
you do.
and listen to your body.
Yes, definitely. So, yep. Like Jensen's there. Listen to your body. Alicia,
Yeah.
come to here. Schnell.
I didn't know you were German.
No, not me. My wife is.
Oh, awesome.
Right?
Schnell, Schnell. Hi, Alice. Good morning.
Hi, Jimmy. How are you?
I'm doing better every day. Thank
That's
you.
good. That's
Yep,
good.
hanging in there.
And you're home now, or?
Yep, I came home Monday afternoon, Monday evening.
Mhm.
I'll get strong for about a month, and then I'll go back in for round 2, and that's when I'll get the stem cells then. But I'll be back in the hospital for at least the same amount of time as I was this last round or longer. So
Mm.
the biggest thing with this second round is I'll be getting my son's stem cells.
Okay, he's a match. That's good.
Yeah. But the danger with it is like getting a transplant with anything, a liver, a
Right.
lung, or whatever from a stranger, is your body may try to reject it. So I
Mhm.
forget what that disease is called. I know Dee Dee, if she was here, she could tell us. But so they'll be treating me for that all along, and that's not going to happen. I don't do the negative stuff. I push all of that out, as you know. So I'll be
Mhm.
fine. Oh, there's
Yeah.
Dee Dee.
Mhm.
Denise, what is the disease called? The rejection disease. I keep calling it Graves, but that's not right. But anyway, that's the biggest danger there. So they'll
Right.
keep me in the hospital until I'm ready, when they know I'm ready to come home. So, and who
That's good.
knows, I may have to take rejection medicine for the rest
Yeah.
of my life, which
Right.
is okay. I mean, I take we all, the older we get, we take maintenance medicine anyway. So it'll just be part of it.
Yeah. Well, I
Graft
used to.
versus host disease. That's what it's called. There you go.
Okay. I used to work at an organ procurement organization in New York City,
Yeah.
and yeah, people that get transplants, they do have to take medicine for the rest of their lives.
I'm okay with that because
Yeah.
the alternative is not an option.
Right.
Failure is not an option, just like I wrote in the song. That's
Mhm.
the battle cry, man. And stay positive. And I mean, this goes for all of you out there in the chat, man. Just like
Mhm.
I say in my show, PMA saves the day.
That's right.
If I've ever needed to stay positive, this is the time to do it. So
Exactly.
yeah,
Exactly. I tell Eddie that all the time. It's how you look at life. Don't look at yourself as I'm disabled and I'm my legs down is,
right,
you know, you're not in that wheelchair yet. Don't see yourself in that wheelchair. See what you want to see,
exactly.
you know,
You hit it on the
and
head.
you'll get better. Maybe you'll still have your pain or whatever, but if you're able to move a little bit each day, his doctor told him, walk a little bit more. If you can only do 1 minute, do 1 minute, come back, go out again the next day. If you could go only, a minute and then you feel like you need to come back, do it again. She says, I'm not going to increase it. She says, you're going to increase it as you feel ready. It's
Yeah,
getting in that habit of getting out there and doing what you need to do. And before you know it, you'll be walking for 5 minutes and then back. It might be a month from now before you get up to that, but it's getting in that habit of doing what you need to do.
Right.
When you sit around doing nothing, your joints lock up more, and then it gets more painful. So if you could get your body moving and active, it helps. It might be painful in the beginning, but see yourself as being able to continue walking. Don't see yourself as, I'm going to be in that wheelchair.
Right. And that's manifestation.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all part of the PMA thing.
Yeah.
Which I used to do. I mean, I've told this story a couple times on my live. I was mentally in a place where I wanted to take my own life.
Mm-hmm.
And thank God I didn't. And my wife, God bless her, she's the one that taught me about positive energy and manifestation. If you imagine yourself, like you said, well, my life sucks. I'm going to end up in a wheelchair. I'm going to end up bedridden. Well, guess what's going to happen? You're drawing that
Mm-hmm.
energy. Life's energy is not like a magnet where the opposites attract. The like energy is what attracts.
Mm-hmm.
So like for me, even in the hospital, I was like picturing myself getting on my motorcycle when I'm better, and picturing myself getting in that RV with Colleen and coming to Georgia to visit you guys. Honestly,
Yeah.
I don't imagine myself any other way when I'm done with this process.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think about any of the alternative things. That it doesn't even enter my mind. What enters my mind is kicking this thing. It's like when I wrote that song. If you listen to the words, it's me on a battlefield fighting an army of cancer.
Mm-hmm.
And the only ending is me kicking its ass and standing on top of it on the battlefield and being the victor. And that's the energy that I want to draw in. I want to draw in that good energy, and I want to manifest me doing more for my community. Like I told Eddie, I had a dream, and I don't know if it was divine intervention or what it was, but I still have things to do. And I'm going to continue doing it for a long time. So that's all I see in my head is those positive things. So, Ed, for you know what to do, man. You got to just go, look, all right, like Alice said, stand up, walk down the hallway. And if that's all you can do for today, awesome. Have a seat and chill out. It's like I told you that first day, I wanted to set up that desk so bad, and I could only get it halfway done with Colleen's help. Without her, I don't think I could get it a quarter way done. But I could go, oh man, this sucks. This cancer sucks, and I don't have the energy. Well, I didn't do that. I said, all right, well, we'll come back and we'll look at it again tomorrow and try to get the rest of it done, which we did. And that's the mindset that you have to have. And it's not just with somebody that's ailing. Eddie and I are going through a rough patch right now. But all of you in the chat, throughout your day, don't say to yourself, oh, I can't do that. Or, my life sucks because of. That's not the attitude to have. You got to look at the good stuff. Geez, I was able to get out of bed today for like 10 minutes and I stood up. Or mentally, I was able to get through my day without wanting to cry or break down. So, PMA, man, I'm telling you, you'll manifest the good things in life.
Keep preaching it. And hopefully it will sink into Eddie.
He will. He'll get there.
All right, guys, I got to get to work. Good pep talk, Jimmy. It was good seeing you on here.
Good to see you too, Alice. You have a good day.
You too. See you.
And I'm going to help Eddie get through this crap too.
I appreciate that.
We're going to do this together. We can.
Yeah.
Failure's not an option, Ed.
I love you.
Amen to that. I love you, baby.
Right.
I see you soon.
See.
Right?
Yes.
Stay out of trouble.
I will
Right?
stay out of trouble.
And I don't mean to take over your show, but
No. Hey, that's one of the reasons that to you. Whenever you feel, if you're into it, up to it, you come along. This
and
is good
maybe
practice for you.
maybe this is that purpose that I was told in my dream. Maybe you're the reason. You know, one of the things I'd like to do is talk to firefighters about cancer, and it's the number one killer of firefighters right now. It used to be cardiac disease, and now it's cancer. So we're certainly seeing more of it, and if I can tell my story and help guys out, guys and gals, that's what I want to do. So
Definitely. So, I mean, like I said, you are welcome in and anytime you want. That's why I send you the link. If you're up to it, you come along and don't worry about it. It's good to get out there. And I know a lot of peeps here, they want to see you, they want to hear about you. So what's better than hearing it from yourself,
right.
And they get to see you also. So it makes them a lot easier. This morning, Sharon was asking about you, asking John. So have you heard from Jimmy? And so then I see the tip on the bottom. I say, oh my God, what a great timing. Sharon, here you go.
I'm here, Sharon. I'm still kicking and I'm fighting the good fight and we're doing our thing, man. Onward and upward. Right, Scott?
Amen to that. Yeah.
You know, it's easy to give in to the negative. It's a lot harder to muster up that positive stuff, but you got to do it. It's work. Like I said, it's easy to just go, oh, well, this sucks. It's a lot harder to muster up that positive energy, but you have to continue to do it. And failure is not an option. It's not.
Amen to that. So it's like yesterday, we had the yard. The yard got cut, and all of a sudden the storm comes in. And it's like, but I looked at it as there goes the old, here comes the new.
Right.
With the waters and all that. Now it will refresh the bottom. It will bring all that new grass back out. The old grass on top is gone. It's all cut down. I got the guy coming in today and do the trimming around the whole place. So if it doesn't rain, it's supposed to rain the next 3 days. But if it doesn't rain today as bad as yesterday, he's gonna come in and finish up the trimming around the house and all that, and get it back to shape. It took me a little longer than expected. Usually at the beginning of April, that's when the first cut comes in. So it was very nice. It was time to get it done.
Yeah.
So even though the rain came in, now in 2 weeks it's gonna have to be redone again, but no big deal. It does something that's gonna now see. There's something that gets me out there out in the yard for a few hours and moving around and
Yeah.
I know I'm in a lot of pain when I'm done, but I don't care. I would get very a nice satisfaction of being out there and doing something. Moving myself around and doing something for the house.
Body. Your body will tell you when you're done for the day and you need to go in and just chill out and have some a drink or something. I don't mean booze, I mean just go in and chill out, have a glass of water or a juice or whatever it is. And tomorrow's another day, man. You'll get to it. Work on a video. You can sit down at your computer if you have this, the energy to do it. But if not, just chill. It's like I said with this desk thing yesterday, Colleen and I finished that, and then it just got to the point where I was like, okay, body, I hear you. I need to go in and sit back in my chair and just chill out. So that's what I do.
Once I'm done with the machine, I take it to the shed, bring it in. It takes me like almost 15 minutes just to get off the machine because my since I've been sitting for an hour, from 3 hours, I'm down to an hour and a half. So since I've been
Yeah.
sitting for an hour and a half there, I have to like somehow lift myself up with the wheel, finally bring the leg, this right leg over. With the left leg, I had to go over the exhaust of the grass thing on the bottom. That stuff is hot, so I got to make sure that I don't touch it, and then somehow grab something on the side so I could pull myself out of there. So, and then I have to
Yeah.
go so slow because if I do it fast, I will fall on the ground. There's nobody out there to pick me up or help me get up. So I have to be very careful what I do. Once I do that, then I walk around for about a good 2 minutes inside the shed just to warm up the body and put the hips back in place. Once I do that, then I have the doors wide open and everything because all the smoke and smell from the gas burning. I want all the stuff out, all that black smoke. So I had the walker with there with me. I flip it around. I sit on it. I grab my bottle of water. I grab the phone, and I work on something. Do a video or something there just to keep me busy for the next 10-15 minutes while everything chills and cool off. Once I feel the machine is cooled off, I close the hood back on, make sure that it's set in place. Get out, close the doors, get out of there. It's a nice walk from the shed to the house. It's in a little incline, also. So that's
Slow,
another thing I have to like take my time for.
slow and steady wins the race, right, brother? You just
Oh
take
yeah,
your time, man. Just
I,
take
I,
your,
I it takes every step I take is like I don't know 20 steps to somebody else. Take 2 steps, stop. Take another 2 steps, go. Make sure that I'm hitting the ground the right way because there's some areas you gotta be very careful when the lawn's it's a little high. There's some craters from the rain and all that you don't see. So now once it's cut, it's easier to plant my feet on it and push myself out, make
right,
it all the way over here. So
right.
the house.
I just want to recognize Shannon from Shanster Travels. Good morning to you, my friend. It's good to see you here. Um, and then below that, can you highlight what Danny said? She says, yes, Jen, I came a long way. Do you see that?
Uh,
Well, she was telling Jen that she's come a long way with her syndrome, and she was tube fed her whole life until 2 years ago. Now I can drink my food, and lots of more people say I'm an inspiration to them. And that's why do you think that is, Danny? It's because you're positive and you have, you want to. You're not. It's like I said. I'm not going to let the cancer define me, and you're not going to let your syndrome define you. You know,
yeah,
you're a beautiful human being, and you got to keep going, man. And don't let the crap define you, because then it'll just it'll take over everything. Just keep pushing, and you are an inspiration. My God, you are an inspiration. People like Kenny. I did see a post from Kenny. He's out of surgery. Everything went well. Surgery took a little bit longer than they expected. They replaced, I think, the whole drainage system that he has. But he'll be in ICU for a little bit. But he's in good spirits. So it's good to see that. And I can't wait for him and I to be back as host of my show and watching him fall asleep or microwave his coffee or whatever it is. So
see, then I have these people like Bama here. You see that what he wrote?
Eddie, order you a taser for Alice to motivate you.
Spilling like something else.
Yeah. I don't know if you need a taser to motivate you. You just
No,
need
I
all of
don't.
us,
But
including first your wife, and then the rest of us to go, hey, dude, did you walk today? What'd you have to
yep.
eat today? No
It's like
more bullshit.
Sharon every morning. Yeah, Sharon every morning. She's like, you took your medicine. You took your pills. You took your pills. You took your pills. It gets
Right?
annoying, but it's a good reminder.
Edie, Trouser Cat. Yeah, I can't wait to get Trouser Cat back up and going. I have a bunch of ideas. When I come back, you'll see some changes in the studio. My son and my wife and a couple of my friends, they were working diligently while I was in the hospital to get that room all painted. Apparently, some of the work I did wasn't up to par for my son's liking, and him being a carpenter, he did a lot. He redid a lot of the work that I did, and it just looks fantastic up there. So I can't wait for you all to see that too.
talking about that, look at that. Bam. This
Right.
lady wastes no
She is.
time.
What do you what's your diet like since you found out you have the whole kidney disease?
What's my what?
Your diet.
I gotta cut out from what I'm reading is no more bananas, which I cut down for a while. No more cheese because cheese, the fat and the salt and everything in it. The phosphorus
Yep.
that I didn't know about, all the foods and stuff that I was eating with the phosphorus and some other stuff that are bad for the kidneys. I've been learning about all that. So no more cheese. I could do Swiss or brie or mozzarella, which mozzarella I
Okay.
like. So, but I'm trying to
Yeah.
cut down on that stuff anyway. Breads I have to not whole wheat because it affects the system also because of the phosphorus and all that. I could do white bread, but very minimum. Ciabattas I like, so I could do that. Um, what else? The coffee to cut. I gotta cut down on coffee, unfortunately, but I know there's something. The nurse wants me to go cold in it, completely quit it. That's not gonna happen. I've been drinking coffee since I was a little toddler, and I am not quitting coffee. But I
You
could.
were a toddler?
Yeah, hell yeah. My mother used to give it to me in a bottle. I used to call
Damn.
it. I used to call it Fege. Yeah.
You Puerto Ricans, man. Mama
Yes.
stuffed the caffeine in you when you were a
Yes.
baby.
I'm a
That's
baby
crazy,
already drinking coffee. Yes.
right?
And it
Wow.
was no joke. I found out the hard way through my grandma when my grandma told me to sit me down. She was like, "Yep, you've been drinking since you were a baby." So I don't know about my brother and my sister, but I know with me, for some reason, I got stuck with coffee. So there was a time where I quit for a while. When I met Alice, I wasn't drinking coffee. And one day out of the blue, we went to Puerto Rico with we met a bunch of family over there. And my mom brought rest her soul, she brought a thermo about this big. And my shit went to hell that day. I started drinking coffee again and I haven't stopped. So that I could cut down, I'll cut down. But that I'm going to quit it, no. That I don't see that happening in any time soon.
Yeah, I can get that. I mean, eventually you should probably stop drinking it, but and let your body heal because you said you can lower that
Yes,
stage number, right, from 3 to
yes.
2 or even to
To
1.
control it much better by cutting a bunch of the crap out.
You
No
know,
more dry fruits. I don't do that anyway because I knew about it. All this uh, food packaging of stuff, it all comes with a lot of salt in it. Um, what you call it? Meats, processed meats. Like
yeah,
I
cold
use,
cuts.
love ham.
Me,
I'm done
me
with that.
too.
Yep, I
Me too. And
cannot have any of that.
I can't have it.
Yep. So now
Right now,
I buy
um,
I buy everything in big packs. Pork chops and chicken. The real thing, and bake them instead of fry them.
the bright side of it is, and I can't speak for you or what you're doing, but the bright side of it for me is that there's so much shit in your food, the processed food and the chemicals and the crap, and you know
Yep.
um, the sugar. I mean, they want me to continue to drink, so I do.
But yeah,
Gatorade,
clear color instead of a dark.
yep. Gatorade too. I wouldn't normally drink that because it has a lot of sugar in it, but they want me to have the sodium and the electrolytes, so I do that. But um, the bright side of it is that it's gotten Colleen and I to really realize, and we were realizing this before I got sick, but we need to change and get back to a diet like our grandfathers and great grandfathers and them were eating. There was no
Yep.
processed food back then. They
Yep.
bought local food from farms, they bought the meat from the farm. Um, there wasn't grocery stores and things like we have. There wasn't the mac and cheese boxes on the shelf and that. They made it from scratch. And that's what we're getting back to. And God bless Colleen. I mean, she went through this house while I was in the hospital, and she threw away every processed food and just the crap stuff. And for instance, she made me a roast beef in the crock pot, and nothing was canned or came out of a box. It was all the way that our forefathers would eat. And if all of us could get back to eating that way, you wouldn't see so many sick people in this country. You wouldn't see so many obese people in this country. Colleen and I were talking yesterday that if you look at photographs of Americans back in the 60s and early 70s, especially at a beach, you don't see any fat people there. Why? Because they weren't eating the crap that we're eating. It's sad to say, but the people that are controlling our medicine and all of that is they want us to be sick.
Yes.
Because there's no money in curing something. If they can continue to feed you pills and all of that, they're making money out of that. And it's they're not to sound like a conspiracy guy, but they're in cahoots with the food processing people and all of that. It's like this big circle. Process the food, put chemicals in it, like the dye you're hearing about these days. And let's make people sick. And then they'll go to the doctor, and the doctor will go, well, you got stage 3 kidney disease, so we're going to put you on this medicine for the rest of your life. These maintenance drugs and that. If we just got back to the way that we ate, our forefathers ate, and the way that they moved, people worked on their own farms, and we weren't sitting in offices all day and eating Doritos, for your break time and drinking a Coca-Cola. It's not right. And I can't speak for anybody else, and I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just telling you what we're doing. And it's going to make us healthier. Mm-hmm. It's going to make us better. Who knows? I may be able to get off all my thyroid medicine and all of that. So that's my goal. It's part of remaining positive as well. But we're getting back to the old ways. So,
and I keep telling the doctor, I want to get out of all this freaking medicines that I take. Too many. It's just too many pills. I'm sick of it. So
it's really convenient for us to stop at Chick-fil-A or at McDonald's or whatever. That food is not good for us. It tastes good. They load it up with stuff so you'll come back. But I just, for me, and it should be for all of us, you got to stop eating that crap and getting back to preparing your own meals. Read food labels. Stay out of the aisles in the middle of the grocery store. It's the outside walls of the grocery stores where the good food is. The deli meat counter, you got to stay away from the processed meat, but you can buy like Colleen does. We buy whole chickens and bake them. It's not hard. Buy a whole chicken and bake it. If you live in a rural community like I do, we have farms here where I can go and buy the food from the farms, vegetables and the meat and everything. So much better for you. It's the way to go. and drink water. Lots of water, man. It's just good for you.
Yep. I could drink
Oh,
soda, a little bit of soda, but it has to be clear. No more of the dark
yeah,
stuff. Candy, I could do chocolate, but I have to be careful and make sure that it's dark chocolate, not the other one.
right.
What else? No dry fruits. Lots of veggies. And I did a couple of weeks ago. I bought a whole bunch of canned vegetables, and Alex says to me yesterday, "From now on, it's gonna be either in a bag, or frozen, or something. No more cans, no more all this stuff." So she might be making changes to her own diet also, and looking more into mine, since I'm the one who cooks at home. So
Yeah,
I've been buying more meats instead of doing them at home instead of pre-made. Um, what else? I've been buying water in bulk by the packs. Bananas I can't have any anyway. Even avocados that I was eating an avocado a day. Now I'm done with that too. I can't even have an avocado. I could do a quarter of an avocado every so often to keep up with the taste of it. But I cannot do what I used to do before.
right.
I've been eating a lot more vegetables. I've been cutting down on the bread. I don't buy any bread anymore. Like I said, no more. I stopped cheese. Even in my last order, I had cheese in it, but I went in the night before, and I took off the organic bananas that I had in there, and a block of cheese that I was getting. Cut that out because I felt that I had the craving for it. I said, let me get a block this week, and I eat it, and all of a sudden something smacked me in the head. Says no, get rid of it. So I was able to go back into the order myself, and I found a way to redo the order and took it out. So
Yeah,
now I'm more efficient in what I'm doing. If I'm going out, then I'll ask for Swiss or mozzarella. If they don't have it, I can have it. Cut down on the, like I said, on the bread. Get more vegetables, and hopefully they're steamed instead of fried or anything like that. So it's a whole new learning. This is stuff that I know already. My own regular doctor has been telling me you need to cut all this crap out. She's been telling
right.
me for months, and I haven't been listening.
It's
Now
hard to
my
do.
heart
It's a
doctor,
lot of work.
yeah,
It's hard to do it, especially when we've been eating like that our whole lives, you know?
yes,
A- And it, it eating that way, the what I say the bad way is it was like convenient, you know? Who the hell wants to cook after you worked an 8, 10 hour day and you come home and you're just tired? But what we've been doing is buying everything that's organic that we can, and
yes,
then a crock pot is our savior. We cook a lot in the crock pot, and some people go, I don't like crock pot food. Well, you're not cooking the right crock pot food.
there you
You can
go.
make you can bake chicken, just chicken. Put 2 chicken breasts, bone-in chicken breasts in the crock pot. Set it for 6 hours, 8 hours. You'll come home, that'll be cooked. All you have to do is heat up a little vegetable to go with it, and you got yourself a good healthy meal. There's ways to get around what you think is more convenient. I can't do that, I'm too tired, or it's just easier for me to throw that in the microwave and heat it up. Well,
Yep.
my grandfather didn't have a microwave. They
Yeah,
didn't have that. You know what I mean? They
the
didn't have the
luxury.
Stouffer's mac and cheese and that kind of stuff. You just gotta you have to make the sacrifice and tell yourself this is going to make me healthier. And look, I don't want to be sick anymore. Drinking water and this soda and stuff in a plastic bottle is bad for you. This bottle has in it what is killing me, the PFAS, everything that's plastic. So if you can buy a glass bottle or a stainless steel bottle to drink the water out of, that's what you need to do. It's easy to go to Walmart and buy yourself a couple cases of bottled water and go, oh, that's good for me. It's really not. It's not good for you at all. buy the bottle and fill it up. You know, the glass bottle or the stain. I have a stainless steel one. Colleen has a stainless steel one that she drinks water out of every day.
Yep.
So I'm not preaching. I'm just saying what we've started to do for me. So
That's right, sir. That's right. Yep. Little by little.
hey
Here
Ryan,
goes.
how are you, buddy?
Yeah, here goes Ryan. He's way back. Just so I was just I was telling him just tell everybody one hello and that's it and get it over with. Now he says
Right.
that I was screaming at him yesterday. Oh God, whatever.
The blanket hello.
Yeah, go ahead and shoot everybody there. Don't worry about it. Go ahead. What the hell?
Hey, good morning, everybody. You've reached the Eddie Lugo Studios show along with his intermittent co-host Jimmy, and we are the new morning show, the Medical Ward.
There you go. The morning fixes.
We're like two old guys. We're gonna be starting to talk about the weather next too. You know. Oh geez, it's so cold out today. And did you take your meds, Eddie?
My goddamn knees are hurting. Shit.
Right.
I can't feel my butt.
Right. Oh, speaking of that, so I've lost so much weight. I have a bony ass. I can't sit on anything hard. It hurts.
Oh, ouch. Ay.
The bones and the padding I used to have is all gone. I sat
At
on
least,
a
at least
bench.
I have this chair belongs to Alice, and I kind of took it from her when I redid the studio. So I got me a foam mattress about 12 by 12 with about 2 inches thick that I have for the walker, and I put it on the chair, and it feels perfect and it feels good. So for now,
Right.
I love sitting on this chair because it's comfortable, it's the right spot, it's the right hit, and everything, and the padding. But sometimes, like after 2 hours sitting on this thing, my boss says, "Listen, you need to get up and move around because I'm in pain." So yeah, it hurts sometimes, pretty bad. So yes,
Right. Right,
welcome
Danny.
to the ginger hour.
Danny says, "How cold is it?" Some days it's cold enough to freeze the balls off a brass monkey.
Amen to that. Yeah.
And look up that term because it's not a derogative term. If you know what I'm
Yep.
talking about. Well, I'll explain it. In the old days when they were on the ships and they had cannonballs, they used to stack them on this brass triangular metal thing. And you've seen them, they stack them up, you know, the bottom has more and then the next level has a little less and a little less. And then you got one cannonball on the top. Well, some days that brass would shrink. It'd be so cold and it was that cold to freeze the balls off a brass monkey. So, Dee Dee, get off my lawn. Hey, you kids, get off of my lawn. That'll be Eddie out. He'll be out getting his steps in and yelling at the kids.
Yeah. Oh my lord, my lord, my lord! Yes.
It's good to laugh. Good to
Yeah,
laugh.
I have a 2-inch wheelchair cushion in my recliner. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got myself a couple.
Yeah.
I got one more someplace else.
Yeah, it's good to have comfortable seating. This chair that I'm in, we got when 2019 when I had my shoulder surgery because, and if anybody knows anything about having rotator cuff surgery, you can't sleep lying down. Took me 8 weeks to be able to get back into my bed. So you got to sleep we bought this generic version, the Bob's Furniture Store version of like a lazy boy. And I have worn the hell out of it now. I have to put a pillow behind me because I've worn it out so bad that it's uncomfortable to sit in it. So yeah, you know, I get that.
Wow. Hey, even Cheryl just came in. Label checking in. How you doing, Cheryl? Locals here with me, hanging out.
Cheryl?
So.
Good to see you. And I see that, yeah, we're pushing into Kurt and Marcia.
Yeah, they'll be
time
up
pretty
in a
soon.
couple of minutes. So yes.
Yeah.
But if anybody is ready to go to CME in about 2 minutes, they'll be ready. Don't forget at 8:30, Jen Coin will be on at we're live also. So we'll follow CME, then Jen, and then I'll be back at 9 a.m. with Jeremy and Cheryl and on Go Live Together. Also, I want to thank again Jen for more memberships that she gave out today. Thank you very much, my dear. Much appreciated. I love you with all my heart now, my dear. This lady, it's amazing. So make sure that 8:30, no matter what you do, go hit her show too. Give her some support. Check out, make sure that you're subscribed to her and spread the word of we all do. And PMS and all that good crap that we talked about, just complement it and learn it and achieve it. And let's go. I appreciate Jamie for taking the time to come hang out with us this morning. I'll be
Thank you,
back on
brother.
tomorrow.
You.
And you're welcome. And tomorrow morning, if you're free, and on the same thing next week, whenever you're free, I'm gonna keep sending you the link. It's up to you. You feel good for it.
Please
You feel in the
Please
mood to
do.
pitch somebody out. You come along, and we'll get in here, and we'll do our thing. Okay.
Did
So yes.
Didi, did he say PMS?
I probably did.
We know
That's what.
we knew what you meant, brother.
Yeah. Diddy was always picking on me. It's like Bama. They always listening to what I'm saying. Oh well, what the hell? I just sometimes I get
Well,
a little bit too excited.
since I had all this chemo and everything, I get the hot and cold flashes. I keep telling Colleen I'm going through the change. But thank you guys. I love you all. It's good to see you. Thank you for all the prayers and well wishes. Keep them coming because it's working. I can't
Amen
do
to
this
that,
alone.
bro.
It takes a village, right, bro?
Yep.
Takes a village.
Amen to that. You
So,
got that right. So everybody stay out of trouble. I had no money for bail. So see you guys at CME or with Jen or GLT. Everybody have a great, awesome day. Talk to you all soon. Bye.
love you guys. Bye-bye.